afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dean, the one, the only master of propaganda. We're off here to a 1 vs 1 on Kholodny Ferma. In the west, it is Theodosios fighting for the Wehrmacht. Germany, Deutschland, taking on the role here of the Panzergruppe von Strachwitz here with Mechanized Assault with Intensifies, Panzerforce and Mine Bulletins. Underneath it is Expensive Runner, fighting for the Soviet Union, Socialism, Communist Stalin. And the second Guards Mechanized Corps with Partisan Tactics, Urban Defense and Advanced Warfare with Mine and Infantry Bulletins there. The Guard Assault Grenadiers out here for Theodosios. He's clearly looking to go for a tier 2 rush, skipping out on the regular Grenadiers perhaps. Well, he may not plan it after all, but it certainly seems like it. Some players like to pull fast ones there, but most typically with these sort of openings here, go for tier 2 rush. We'll have to see, of course, this is what Theodosios go for. As always, please remember to like, subscribe and share and press that bell button. Helps me and helps you. Also, big thanks to my patrons and supporters, without which this episode and so many others would not be possible. Up north here, pioneers and units going to fight out here. MP40 versus Mosin Nagants. Better light skirmishing there. MD14 northwards. Assault guns grabbing the point here. And we got Expensive Runner sending forces southwards. Both the conscript squads with a third one on the way. Theodosios here can soon go for a second assault grenadier squad. Put more pressure down his opponent. But while going up here by the munitions, machine guns into grab point here. Assault grenadiers poking ahead, and there goes second squad ready with their MP40s. Engineers setting up at the centre. Bit of more movement here. Pioneers down there with a wire work. Southern fuel ammunition being seized here by Expensive Runner going aggressively also with sandbags up. Thumbs up there to Expensive Runner. Meanwhile, Theodosios taking a bit of a slow approach here. Pioneers assault grenadiers squatting south, which they're definitely not pioneers. Those are definitely not pioneers. Con squad heading up here. Now, of course, we get Mechanized Assault, Assault Grenadiers, Mechanized Assault Groups, Stugis, Artillery Barrages, and Tigers from Mechanized Assault. We got here engaging these trying to get into the building. They do, in fact. And we got here Expensive Runner with Partisan Tactics. Hello, I haven't seen that in a bit. Radio Intercept, Partisan Troops, Partisan Tank Hunters, Spy Network, and Marked Vehicle. Definitely one of the rare doctrines, but one that if you do play it well, it can actually be quite potent. But again, it does require a good player, I think, to really get the most out of it. Also, it does tend to require a good map. Not all maps are equally good for partisan tactics, which is why for some isn't, a regular choice for most players. But it's definitely one of the more interesting ones. Up north, MD42 pioneers with the conscripts. Try to lay down Sam, because at least to get a load of bullets in the face. Conscript being pushed back with the assault grenadiers, taking a lot of damage there. Is he planning a fast attack here for Panzer Grenadiers and on MD42 more assault grenadiers? Theodosios definitely needs to make something out of that manpower soon here. He's got Arista falling behind his opponent field present. The Expensive Runner is also flooding manpower here. So neither side is quite committing their resources fully. Northern point being seized. We got 481 versus 500 victory points. Assault guns they're reinforcing. Could consider, I suppose, a bunker up as well, but definitely needs to get doing something with the resources. Engineers saying northwards, MD40 come up the flank here. South side being seized there by Expensive Runner. Engineers getting suppressed with MD42. Assault guns heading out there. Infantry coming up. So what looked like a tier 2 rush is not a tier 2 rush after all here from Theodosios. Interesting. I mean, again, it is a possibility, but it is a rare one. But then again, we already got a Soviet opponent who went for Partisan Tactics. I mean, whatever's happening in this match is not going to be your regular match. There goes going for Grenadiers. Now, that is definitely highly unusual. I mean, double assault guns then into Grenadiers is a very unusual build order here by Theodosios, but then again, that might probably be the exact plan he's got there, but it's definitely not what you typically see, and it's definitely not something I'd recommend to the average player. Double Grenadiers then, pioneers with mines, was very good. Obviously worried about his opponent laying down a lot of mines, since they can easily do so at a reasonable cost, plus he's got a bulletin foot further signaling he's going to be laying down mines. And of course, he doesn't know his opponent's got Partisans, but the Partisans can also lay down mines. Got a ration on the northern fuel point outmaneuvering there. Punishing, in fact, Theodosios for this gap where just wasn't putting enough troops in there, which of course forced him to play more conservative with what he has. Also has less field presence. Almost getting a wipe here though. The assault grenadiers might have a chance, and there you go. Wipe an Expensive Runner early on. Partisans out here somewhere, and they are appearing here from the base. Guess he's trying to pop into the building. Or he misclicked, that also happens. So double assault grenadiers, double conscripts versus double conscripts, and double Partisans here for Expensive Runner. Oh my. MD42 flanked up with the conscripts, looking a bit rough here for Theodosios. Expensive Runner's going to have a good chance of getting hit and fuel here over Theodosios, and Theodosios will have to work hard to turn this around. He also should be taken up soon if he isn't already. There we go. Conscripts pushed out. Their assault grenadiers could try and threaten their retreat path. That's exactly what he's trying to do. They've got engineers moving in, plus the Partisans signaling to Theodosios. That expensive run, of course, has gone for Partisan tactics. Partisans popping in, they're hiding to ambush. If you didn't see them, they might actually be able to surprise. And there you go, going in there with PPH-41s, engaging the assault grenadiers up close, it seems, but not doing a lot of damage. Conscript almost wiped out again. Another close shot there for Theodosios, but wasn't able to get 2 wipes. That fast have been pretty potent for him, though. Assault was ignored first, needs to get the fuel under control again, though. Troops start getting there on the north side. Engineers and Partisan in pursuit of the assault grenadiers, as Theodosios tries now to disrupt his opponent's fuel flow in return. Whew, this is definitely turning already quite exciting here. Grenadiers up north as the conscripts. We've got Partisan laying down mines. There we go. 2 thumbs up for Expensive Runner. So few people, when they actually go for Partisan, then remember the Partisans can lay down mines and actually do so. So really just great work there by Expensive Runner. S-mines down there here from Theodosios, showing that he too can lay down mines. Great work there. 2 thumbs up as well. There goes Soldiers retreat, pursuing. Okay. Oh! They're actually close enough they might actually chance wiping out the conscript with their own mine, but didn't quite pan out there for Theodosios. Mines being laid down. In fact, he's laying down 2 mines in short row there. Or quick row there. Good work there. Need to get something going out of the conscript headquarters. Either Pentagon needs some light vehicles. That'll perhaps trying to take up faster. That might be a bit too ambitious. So we've got triple Partisans out here for Expensive Runner. Triple Partisans. We are definitely out there where most games don't ever go. Skirmishes on the centre here. Conscripts and Partisan, they're pursuing the assault gunners there. I think they're going to have to retreat. There's simply too many angry sewed infantrymen and Partisan they're standing about. Assaults, they're taking a lot of damage. There go even a grenade in the retreat path. Oh dear, he's actually might have a good chance of getting a wipe here. Punishing Theodosios, pushing the assault gunners too far. And there you go. Dead. Wiped. Brutal. Like to make a nice company up, plus a medic bunker going up there for Theodosios as well. How will he cope with the loss of the assault grenadiers? Will he replace them? Will he go for panzer grenadiers instead? What will happen? Meanwhile, Expensive Runner setting up his Partisan to hide, going for more engineers. And we got a 2-2 on the way to update with the infantry. Of course, Expensive Runner's going to go do what's coming his way since he hears the Like to make a nice company, thanks to radio intercept. We got their grenadiers holding up the building. Partisans waiting for any fascists to step too close. Of course, the assault gunners might just be able to deal with them under the right circumstances. Of course, a good grenade might just slightly undermine. There you go. Heavy fighting here. Assault gunners getting veterans 1. The assault gunners and Partisans fighting out. Here's submachine gun versus submachine gun. Assault gunners overpower the Partisans and push them back. 2-2 almost down. There we go. Ready for Theodosios. We got tech there for Expensive Run. Support armor. Oh, supporting the Companier there. In the south, engineers and Partisans moving about there, and there's just so many mines. The S-mine field has got no mine triggers right away, so he can't deal with it. In fact, he's going for more flamethrowers. He doesn't give a rat's ass about the S-mines, it seems. This could prove beneficial for Theodosios, if you realise there's an exploits it. And there you go, we also get anti-tank Partisans. So that's a total of 4 Partisan squads, 3 regular ones, plus 1 tank hunter Partisan squad. Partisans heading northwards here to assist the other Partisans, plus the conscripts against the Grenadiers who can't really fight well in this building. And we got Theodosios here with Panzer Grenadier. Good work there. Assault gunners pushed back. In the south here, we got Partisans and engineers standing about ready to launch an assault here in the machine gun position. Might want to use it a bit more actively, though, of course, with all the Partisans, it can't be a bit risky. Huge assembly of infantry here, and Partisans going to push through here by the church. Oh, well, Theodosios there to do and Grenadiers heading southwards. Conscript squad almost on Theodosios. Grenade on the Grenadiers. Oh dear, that could be another wipe here on Theodosios, but no, 2-2 arrives to save the day for the remaining Grenadiers. His troops up north are being suppressed, but still, north side is wide open. Theodosios will need to quickly plug that gap here. 2-2 in hot pursuit, but could hit any number of mines here. Partisans avoid the S-mines as well there. He's checking here for mines, but this one is attacking ground there. He knows his opponent like this mine. This is a good spot to mine, so good work there. Sadly, his armor car did not hit it. Panzer heading northwards. Assault is falling up. Troops reinforcing. And we got another anti-tank Partisan squad. That's a total of 5. Holy smokes. 5 Partisan tank hunters. 5 Partisan squads at all. 2 of them tank hunters and the 3 regular ones. That's a lot of Partisans on top of the other infantry. That technically is like 7 infantry squads. There's a lot of troops to manage. Will be interesting to see if Expansion Runner has the skills to manage it. If he does, I mean, that's really damn impressive. Panzer catching the Partisan. They've got grenade off. Panzers will dodge it nicely. The soldiers going for the tank hunters there. Partisans will have to fall back here since the Panzers with assault rifles do beat them. If they can get into the right position there. 2 soldiers supporting. Assaulters coming up here. Partisans are about to get wiped out. But the Panzers are actually taking a lot of damage in the process. There you go, Router. Assault Grenades clearing out the other Partisan squad there. Two could, I think, gone a bit more aggressive there. Assault Grenades here to be pretty handy, but all the inside the building. We'll have to see who pops it. Conscripts moving up. The Gunners from the northern fuel point. No grenade here. Oh, there we go. Grenade assault. Oh, didn't do as much damage as they could have. Pretty lucky though for Expense Run. He can just retreat them, heal them all up. Soldiers in a lot of trouble. Could lose another one here. MD42 the hosing away. Gunners grabbing the center point. Firing away that the Partisan spotted up here. Back here, Panzer's reinforcing. He needs more stuff. In the south here, Pioneers laid down a significant minefield around the southern victory point. Very good. Clearing out the mines there. Also very good. Panzer Grenadiers setting out there for Theodosios, and we got more Pioneers on the way there, possibly for more minesweepers, or possibly for flamethrowers to deal with the expensive runners, infantry popping into buildings and whatnot. Back here, troop reinforcing, support company being built again or finished. Hard to say which of the two. And there you go, Partisan comes southwards. We've got more mines here to finish off the minefield. They're very good. Will Expensive Runner catch it in time, or will he? He could also just consider chucking grenades into it. Bit expensive, but it works. Ground the pointy with a Panzer Grenadier. It's going to sing northwards. We got 409 versus 391. Pioneers heading for the car point. Very good. But yeah, the complete lack of mines with Expensive Runner is a great opportunity for Theodosios to chuck down as many mines as he can all over the place here versus Expensive Runner. Panzer Consultant is going to appear for the east munitions point, the north munitions point to be specific. Mines here against, grenade against the Grenadiers, not a mine. Soldiers there, half a to FT3, that's pretty great there. Partisan though need to be focused down. He's trying to get a wipe in the console, which he can pull off, of course, going to be great. We got more Partisan in the anti-tank Partisans. Regular Partisan retreating. Assault Gun is backing off here. Will he take up? What will he do? Will he go for more Panzer Gunners? Meanwhile, got the tank, but tank commander up for the Expensive Runner. That's going to definitely require some anti-tank weapons here from Theodosios, or some fast armor. Pioneers should be moving about here in the center. There you go, Assault Engineers, regular engineers moving up against the Assault Gunners and the Panzer Grenadiers. Heavy dancing flag, then we got more troops moving in, conscripts and Partisans galore. A grenade assault in the right place here could prove to be detrimental for Expensive Runner's troops. And there you go, grenade assault flank, but there you go, dodges it. Huge horde of infantry. I feel like he would benefit a bit from more active machine gun, but then again, that could just allow another infiltration point from the Partisans, and that might be also why he's keeping it there, in which case another MG42 could also prove to be beneficial there for Theodosios. Going for the car point there, very good. Could actually, if he had the munitions, lay down some S-mines around that one as well. That would be very awkward there. Or he may need telemines if he hasn't laid down those. Ooh, we do actually have there, very good. T's in the way of the Expensive Runner and the 2nd Guards Mechanized Corps. In this case, being heavily supported by Partisans. Back here, we got tech there for Theodosios. Finally, though it's going to be a bit close there in terms of dealing with the T-70. May require some more telemines. In fact, right here would be a great spot to lay down the telemine as well, since the T-70 might be tempted just to run over the mine to detonate them. And again, it seems like Expensive Runner basically decides minesweepers is for fascists and capitalist swine. Ground the northern point here. The soldiers moving towards the centre. 2-2 moving in. And there you go, T-70 light tank out for the Red Army. Pioneers in a bit of a tough spot, need to retreat. Got the southern munition point rendered neutral. Just a huge throng of Soviet infantry again, a large part of which are Partisans. Assault Gunners are very close to 53. Grenade assault again. Oh dear. They might have wanted the telemine here instead again. If there had been a telemine here in the S-mines, that would have definitely been a big blow to the T-70 instead. It's cleared a path through the S-mine field in the south. Pioneers about to get wiped out though. A few S-mines will go from the Partisans. Good work there, but the Pioneer squad I think will not survive here for Theodosios unless he gets very lucky, which can happen as we're seeing here. It can happen. We're seeing the Alpines being popped with the MG42. Very good there. 2-2 joining in as well. We got troops up, need to focus those down instead. Flamethrower, there you go. Quickly suppressed. 10 down grenades. 5 grenade could be good. MG42 is about to get wiped out, forced away. Unfortunately for Theodosios, Support Corps is up. We'll have to rush out some armor here. Osprey and the Stutt have to deal with the T-70. He might be more likely to go for the Osprey though, since Northern Great does all the infantry. Getting a bit too close to the T-70. Intensifies could take quite a bit of chunk off help alongside the 2-2. There we go. There we go. We got 439 to 251. Expect Theodosios has a big lead over Expensive Runner at the moment in terms of victory points. Will Expensive Runner try and take up, or will he stick to more from the tank command? Another T-70. Might even go for something like a SU-6M. Who knows? I mean, this match is already going places most matches will rarely if ever go, so I mean, it's pretty hard to predict what's going to happen next. I mean, whatever Expense Run is doing, it's definitely not the typical meta game. 2-2 going for the Panzers up north, pushing them away. Very good. There was support from the Panzergrenadier. T-70 already fixed up all the engineers. Good work there by Expensive Runner. Can go for the Austrian now. Could also go for the Stuke. He may also go for the Panzer IV, obviously. He does go for the Austrian Flak Panzer here. Nice pick. Again, lots of infantry plus light vehicles means the Austrian's going to be pretty potent. Yeah, inching the opening up in the T-70 again. Gaining also a bunch of experience, you can see there. Allowing it to almost very rapidly reach virtually 3 in the ace level. Austrian halfway down here up north, 2-2 Panzer. They're being pushed back by the swarm of engineers and Partisans here. No machines to help deal with that. Theodosios I feel like would at some point benefit from another ME4 to help contain all Expensive Runner's infantry. Just going for the T-7, looking to punch some holes in the rear armor. Maybe threatening to take it out here. Closing in eventually 2. And there you go, contra him with an anti-tank grenade. Won't take out the 2-2, leaving a bad spot. And there you go, Austrian up. What will Expensive Runner react to this? Will it go for, just stick to the Partisans? Will it go for field guns? Will it go for Echelon 6s? All are viable options here for him. More Pioneers there for Theodosios. Are going for a Flamethrower Pioneer Squad. And there we go, we do get Echelon 6. You get double Echelon 6 there. A harsh response there, but also makes sense if an Austrian can outmaneuver an Echelon 6. That is in a kind of bad place against the Austrian. So, I mean, with double Echelon 6, it definitely shuts down the Austrian and then potentially immediate follow. Armor's going to require a lot of Stukes to counter. So, big swings here from both sides. Austrian, though, needs some infantry support before racing too far. And there you go, Partisan spot here. And the entire Partisan squad, they're routed. Need to get as much territory back as possible, and if possible as well, should also consider mines here and there. Mines was those should be a priority, and since Expensive Runners like to lay down more mines. Party caught by the Flak Panzer and routed. Need to get up to the northern point. We got the Partisan squad that are hiding out. And there you go. First Echelon 6 out here for Expensive Runner. Troop reinforcing healing. Ground the center point with the Grenadiers. Re-establishing control here. Partisan is heading towards the centre to do moving up as well. Pioneers being engaged here by a large throng of infantry. Echelon 6 leading their wet charge here. Probably in part to scare off Theodosios Austrian there to keep it a bit more cautious. A few hits there on the Echelon 6. Bit of awkward terrain. Then we got Markville and the Austrian. Assaulters will have to retreat. Direct hit on the Austrian there by the Echelon 6M or possibly the T-70. Aircraft's going to shut down with the Flak Panzer and the 2-2. And there you go, immediately shot down. Good work there. Good work. Panzer is moving up. We're going to need support here. Echelon 6 there is a big problem here for the Austrian and the 2-2. Good hit on the Echelon 6M assault gun. Panzer will have to retreat. And there you go, Pack 40 for Theodosios and the German army. Second assault gun goes out. Expensive Runner hits hard. Pack 40 out, and of course, again, Expensive Runner knows he has a significant strategic advantage thanks to radio intercept. Always knowing what his opponent's got out there. Meaning there's very few ways for Theodosios that way to surprise his opponent. Also gives Expensive Runner a much better chance to sort of counter Theodosios' moves. Flak Panzer, they're heavily damaged, forced to fall back. Machine also needs to get out of there before it gets knocked out of the... Oh, too late. That big blow to Theodosios again. With the huge infantry supports Expensive Runner runs. I mean, MD-42s I think going to be quite crucial. He will have to replace the machine gun, and I still think he needs to go for the second one. Right now, though, the priority should be fixing up the Flak Panzer. Going for the car upon there, disrupting fuel flow again. In the same time, the Theodosios got to work on the stuff. Oh, retreats. Might have been a misclick, or maybe just got nervous. And Expensive Runner's going for a third Echelon 6M. Holy smokes, he is going all in there. It's going to be a real tricky bit there for Theodosios to deal with. That's definitely going to require some either heavy pack guns or some serious stukage. As triple assault guns will really be able to lay down some serious anti-tank fire. Plus, they also, of course, can lay down some serious artillery barrages. So there's some real potential problems here for Theodosios waiting for them. Flak Panzer are almost good to go. Now the Pack 40 for Theodosios. You may not know there's triple assault guns, but double packs will be helpful. Leaving them with all the infantry supporting the assault guns is going to be tricky. And you will, I think, still need machine guns to help contain this. Bit of skirmishing up north. Assault groups versus Partisans. Partisans lining up to hit the point. There they go. Flag pans getting Veterans 1. We got Partisan then to tank parts of the Harding here. Assault gun going in. The Pack 40 can't quite support. Second one ready though. Veterans 1 for the flak punch, 1 for the assault gun. Cut loose the Osman, which would be pretty big blow there to him. Got the 2-2 moving in. North assault guns parts continue skirmishing out. T-70 assault guns charging in there. Pack 40 turning around here. Could be a really bad place here for him to do flanking the assault gun. Osman's about to go down. There you go. The Osman is in fact kaput. He's going to think Stu G's to have a chance against this. Might be able to knock out some of the assault guns here though. Got our main gun out on the 2-2. And knocked out with the Partisans out of their way. Pantherfast off, they're not doing enough here. It's a disastrous situation. Theodosios, one of his packs also got destroyed. Got one of the F6Ms. Brutality continues here as Expense Runner just hits like a bloody self-propelled brick house. Another assault gun there with a damaged engine. Pack 40 shoots but misses. Theodosios is in some deep sauerkraut at the moment as Expense Runner is just unleashing all manners of punishment upon him. Theodosios still has a significant big 2-point lead, but right now Expense Runner is just outdoing him on the field with just, again, throngs of troops. And now throngs of light armor. T-70s backed up by assault guns. Bit more to manage, but so far Expense Runner's shown himself to have the very incredible management skills that's going to be difficult for Theodosios to deal with. He's going to need to like place armor carefully and build up a force himself. And I think double shields will be needed here for Theodosios to deal with this quite efficiently. At which point, should follow up with double loss from there. Go Sturmgeschütz Ausfangern there for Theodosios. Pack being set up by the Partisans. Second T7 there out. Definitely not your average strategy, but again, I think that was obvious by now. That, again, Expense Runner is just not playing your average strategy, and he's also giving Theodosios quite a headache, though. Admittedly, Theodosios is also definitely not going for your average strategy either to some degree. But again, he definitely needs to make 4-2 sending him about here. Moving through the centre. Ooh, could it hit the Telemine? That's going to be a bit of relief there for Theodosios. Could be a big relief, in fact. He should also lay down more Telemine because Expense Runner still hasn't got any unused mines. So there you go. T-70 down. Huge relief there. Stug almost done here. Pioneers riding. No, he counts it from Ostwind. Yeah. Not a fan of that one. Not a fan of that one. But we definitely needed double Stug to counter the assault guns, the T-70 and whatnot. More efficient, and then he should have followed up with the Ostwinds. I definitely feel like one right now is a potential big mistake there by Theodosios. We'll have to see, of course. Could be proven wrong. This match has already gone where most matches will never ever go in a million years. But I think I'm going to stick to my opinion. He's going to need Stugs and MG42s at the moment. You got 409 118. Expense Runner could benefit from more mines. And Theodosios, if he does see the opportunity, should lay down more mines. But I think now Expense Runner has realised for the loss of the T-70 to a Telemine, he needs minesweepers. Like, short infantry losses he can handle. Those are sacrifices he's willing to make. But losing a tank is a bit beyond what Expense Runner considers alright. Comrades, we need minesweepers to save the infantry. No, idiot, the tanks. Those are expensive. Infantry I can replace. Tanks, no. I might even go to Gulag if I lose too many. No one cares about bodies, everyone cares about tank. And hits into Mount front the assault gun. Oh dear. Ach mein Gott. Yoss from there might just go down very, very fast. Unless he's somehow managed to salvage. You've got Pants back in spot. We've got Mark people there as well. Pack moving up. They almost got the Ostwind. Gonna need to bring up with the Panther first. Can they save it? Can they save the Ostwind? Echelon 6 narrowly misses it, and there you go, the assault gun is down. An incredibly close shave there from Theodosios. Any closer and he might have lost a nose. Gonna do this, they need to retreat. We got Conch holding up here, Punch is moving forwards. 12 kills there, slowly approaching Veteran 3. More Pioneers there for Theodosios. Gonna need to go against the Ace T-7 18 kills. Still he's managed to push down Expense Runner's vehicle department down just one T-7 Echelon 6. That does give Theodosios something to work with there. Still, it's going to be a close one there. Neil still has a significant big 2-point lead, down to 109 there, very good. If possible, he should also get down as many mines as he can, I think, at this point. Even if this minesweeper was out now. Mission 6 will look up in the centre. And there's the 5 from the T-70. I think he needs to retreat the other Pioneer squad to help repair the Ostwind. He's collecting wiped out, Pack shoots, misses. Good hit there. Can he take out the T-70? Not impossible. There you go. Expensive run air force proving himself to be a smooth operator, and the pack forward now has to fall back since it's incredibly exposed. Back here, reinforcement going on there for Theodosios, Panzergrenadiers. Osman there being repaired and fixed up. Pack being pursued here. The soldiers need a bad place as well. Anti-tank Partisan sending out there. He still hasn't lost a single Partisan unit. Again, once more, impressive unit preservation there. We got a third one on the way. Holy guacamole. That's a lot of infantry, even in the bunch of the Partisan. That is still a lot there to manage. Trying to destroy the pack 40 here. Bold move, perhaps we might move to secure it. Gonna be a close run though. Assault can also nearby. Pack 4 about to get destroyed. Out of the way. Stug on the way for Theodosius. Finally, and the pack is gone. Oh, absolute brutality once more. Range here. We got 83 versus 401. Theodosius still has a massive victory point lead, but it definitely doesn't feel like he's otherwise winning. Expense running with his heavy Partisan assault gun and T-70 strategy. He's just giving Theodosius an absolute run for his money. Stug on the way though, and he's definitely going to need more than one Stug to have a chance against this. And there you go, Expense runner going for more assault guns, more Echelon 6Ms. The M standing for modernized.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Grab the center point with the Partisan. Stug almost done. Canadians pioneering northwards here for Theodosius. Partisan routed. Assault units in the south going with the victory point there. Stug 3G ready. Then he's moving in, the country's opening up, the Partisan support as well there. Lots of heavy fighting. Panzer's moving up as well there. Again, I feel like he needs either more machine guns or more Panzers to help deal with all these troops. I feel like either of those two are doing a lot of good, and probably just machine guns are doing more good at the moment. Black Panzermen got the final Stug out here for Theodosius. Finally. I'll be able to surprise the Echelon 6 and take it out with the Stug 3G. If he can spot it, that is. Oh, almost took out his building there with the Partisan in it. Close shave there, close shave. Stug falling back. Osman there being a bit more reserved as well. Might be able to beat the Echelon 6, in which case the Stug could have a chance taking out now. There we go, there we go. Good hit, good hit. Echelon 6 may not be able to make it. There we go, got it. Also cancel the other Echelon 6 that might be planning to take up, perhaps. Or did he lose it to something else? There you go. It is a Mechanized Assault and Partisans deciding bigger stuff is now needed with the arrival of the Stug 3G. Ground the center point here with the soldiers T-7 rushing southwards here. 29 kills in this tiny terror tank. It has been an absolute thorn in the side of Theodosius and the German army. Need to get the Osman and the Sukin back at work. And with the Echelon 6 out, I mean, at least for now he has some more room to operate the Osman, though still all of these parts and tank hunters will be a bit of an issue anyways. Northern fuel being grabbed, again, has been cut off. Comes the Propagandacast tank in the Stug, pin up machine added, very good there. Very good. Knifing it off. Ooh, not quite there. Cover removed, parts they could get wiped out. Could it be the first part of the squad? Yes, indeed, it dies. A small win there for Theodosius. Small win. Gonna need support from the Stug here. I need to retreat. T-34 from 6 with 4. Expensive runner. Brisbane gets the knees in the centre. Heavy fighting there ensues. Osman needs support there. Grab the northern fuel point with the mighty Panzergrenadier. T-34 slowly approaching. Osman moving in, engaging the engineers with furious fighting. South there, Partisan ground the southern victory point. Southern nations all being seized by the Partisan troops. Back here, Stug being fixed up for glorious Deutschland.
The enemy has broken our supply lines.
T-7 is the Grenadiers. 32 kills, an absolute monster. What will Theodosius go for next? He's definitely going to need more armor. I think another... Oh, he cancelled the T-34. Is he planning an issue 5 then? And finally there, Theodosius goes for another MG42. Very good. Very good. Soldiers in southward, soldiers being equipped with veteran squad leaders. Also very good there. T-7 rushing in there, and there you go. Issued 5 tanks on there for expensive runner. Pioneers infantry with the country inside the church. Right from that, very good. Down the northern victory point, they're Stug nearby providing support. Osman ready to support the centre as well. And there you go, finally got another MD4 to up the Theodosios and the German army. Very good, very good. Mines are plenty, very good. Unless, of course, you're the Germans, in which case you're less impressed by that. H2 almost done. That's going to require another Stuka for Theodosios, I think, to fight consistently. Which one you then go for another Austrian, in which case 2 Austrians, 2 Stukas, I think is going to be quite an effective fighting force here versus Expensive Runner. And we still got more mines going off. Feel for Expensive Runner. Just mines all over the place. Good lord. Partisan sending court. He needs to retreat soon, I think, or they need support. Neither which is for coming. Stuk moving in from the north. It seems like Pioneers routed. Assaults moving forward into the conscripts and the anti-tank Partisans. Might be dealing, but there we go. T-7 shooting through here the wall. 35 kills by the way of the hedges. 35 kills. 17 kills. The soldiers need to retreat them soon though. Yup, forced retreat there. H5 coming the centre here for him. Can soon go for another Stuk here. Pioneers gunners moving in. Panzer Assault and support. He's definitely going to need 2 Stuks, I think, to have a good chance as the H5 Sandbags been dying in, plus more mines. Expensive Runner is just really good at digging in fast and hard. Very good there, very good. Still no additional son of armor. He's running a Panzer IV. I mean, in theory that can work, but I think right now the Stuk 3G number 2 would be a much more cost-efficient choice for Theodosios. Would allow him to fill up more fast with another Austrian, in which case he just has, I think, a lower cost, but also quite effective fighting force. Almost got the conscript there. Still some additional armor here for Expensive Runner. Theodosios needs to get them before it's a bit close, I think. Panzer dealing with the conscript south. There goes second Stuk for Theodosios, very good. Panzer fast on the T-7 light tank. Panzer moving in. I think he needs to wait here about pushing into the centre until he's got the second Stuk ready, so he can make a more coordinated assault here. I think right now he's feeling basically his opponent, his forces piecemeal. Yep. He's charging with the Stuk on the Austrian. Again, he's trying to deal some damage. The problem is, again, the way it's coordinated, it's not very effective. He should have coordinated with infantry better. Right now, it's just all willy-nilly, and he should have definitely also waited for the second Stuk. Got the T-70, but I feel like this could have been done a little better here by Theodosios. Could have done more damage. Could have probably also knocked out the H5 very fast. Now, so I think trying to knock it out here with the Austrian, in theory, not impossible. But the problem is the anti-tank parts nearby will very much knock out the Austrian. Even the H5 doesn't do it. Second Stuk almost done. So in the end, he ends up throwing away the Austrian. He's killing a lot of troops with it. They're doing a lot of damage, but I don't really think in the current situation he can really afford losing an Austrian. There you go. Austrian down, second Stuk of running, but it's the first one charging in. They're almost losing it. In fact, losing it. Definite mistake there of Theodosios. Assault overall, I think, failed there. Again, just an uncoordinated assault there. He needed to be much more concise and focused. Instead, he just fed Expensive Runner's units in a multiple manual way there. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, right round. Fixing out the Austrian there. Actually, 5 not an Austrian. It's not in a million years, but yeah. Costly assault of Theodosios. Didn't really gain much except destroyed T-70, and that's just not enough for what he lost. He lost a Stuk, an MG-42, and the Austrian. That is definitely not worth what a T-70 is worth. Even if they killed as much as they had, it was definitely a bad trade of Theodosios. And honestly, had he just pushed all at the same time with infantry, double Stuks, and the Austrian, it would have been much more successful and would have, I think, really just left Expensive Runner in a bad place. But again, rushed in there a bit headless, like a headless chicken, I guess, and, you know, lost most of his stuff in the process. So, definitely a bad call there with Theodosios. I can understand the frustration, but even then, I don't think that was a very good move. And it's definitely great that for Expensive Runner, he's in a much stronger position now. He's got, in terms of like force size, almost twice the size their force of his opponent. He's still behind on victory points, but there's a much more comfortable position now. It's much harder for him to deal with it. Again, there's just so many mines here. Panzer Squad needs to retreat. T-54 on the way for Expensive Runner as well. Very good, very good. Mine spotted there. And of course now the 2 machine guns. Expensive Runner's going to be just much harder to unseat. It's going to be much harder for Theodosios' infantry to make any progress. So Theodosios really just for that assault that really just made things much harder for himself in so many ways. We'll have to see what he does next, but you need more armor, I think, to turn through with this. He's going to need a lot more armor to have a chance with this. Like, get out another Stuk G again. This time work them together properly. And of course, then get out some other stuff to support them. Like Austrians, as a person of pinch, he could try Stuk Gs, but definitely needs 2 Stuk Gs before he tries anything else. Going to use the soldiers in the south as a assault there from Expense Runner. Very salty trying to deal with it. Soldiers hosting through the Partisans. Very good. Very, very good. Further mines there from Expense Runner. Very good. 251 to 81. Still an additional son of armor there for Theodosios. No Stooges, no nothing. Assaulters trying to charge. Yep, they're getting hold of the maximum very easily there by Expense Runner. Thumbs up to that one. Another Stooge there for Theodosios. Very good. So good. So good. With the double Stooge, he shall hopefully have a shot there to regaining his lead and possibly winning this match. Partisan is halted and it rushes into another mine. Really, just Expense Runner is just so absolutely on point with the mines here.
The enemy is reduced to 200 points.
Got mines up here from Theodosios. Very good, very good. Mines as well there. Very good as well for Expense Runner. No, cancel it for Panzer IV. Cancel. Stops that. What? Oh, he's going to try and stall out for a Tiger tank here. Not a fan of that one. Not a fan of that one at all. I feel like that is a bit too ambitious maneuver with Theodosios in his current state of affairs. Like, it's going to give Expense Runner much more time. I mean, he's taking the full pop cap, but even then, it's going to have to build up a resource reserve. But I'll just get down a lot more mines, just dig in even harder. And he's clearly quite good at digging in. So the more time Theodosios gives Expense Runner digging in, it's going to be much harder for them for the Tiger to get any ground anyway. So, not a fan of this Tiger move there by Theodosios. Not a fan of it in the slightest. Like, he was further ahead, maybe, but the fact that he's already behind. Additionally, again, the map being so narrow and so easily mined, in particular in that way, I also think just further risks making the Tiger tank less impressive. So, very risky move there. Also, really needs to stop like moving through here. Like, you should consider an assault from another angle supported by mines with pioneers. And again, just sandbags, mines, machine guns. Like, he is just digging in incredibly hard. It's going to be so difficult for the Theodosios to break through. And again, the Tiger tank is just going to really struggle with this. Plus, it's going to take some time to get there. Again, more mines from the Expense Runner. Like, he is just digging in as hard as possible. Solid play there. He can even lay down concussive traps if he wanted to. I don't think he wants to, but he could. Constantly up dealing with the counters there. Plus, I mean, he's just not building his force and he's running up for the Tiger. He's effectively just on hold, which means the Tiger tank is then going to absolutely have to do its work or he loses. Rifling it off there. We got more mines up here, more telemines. Definitely expecting an armored assault, but the thing is, Expense Runner doesn't have to attack. He's got, 2 victory points. He's got a strong position because, again, Kholodny Ferma is in that sense not a great design map. It's just basically a series of choke points, which is not really exciting. A lot of the time, it can also lead to these situations here. So, I mean, he doesn't really have to attack. He just wait it out. And, like, Theodosios going to have to pull off a really great assault there. It's going to require smoke and mortars, but Theodosios doesn't know either. Again, he's just banking everything on the Tiger tank. There's just so many mines that, again, that any attack, it's going to be difficult. Plus, there's just machine guns and sandbags. Partisans hiding around every corner. Like, any attack from Theodosios is going to be very painful to pull off. There you go again. Slightly uncoordinated assault once more. But there you go. Managed to pull off something around the center. Stooge slowly supporting. That's also being routed. The Militia and Pioneers push back as well. Pack 40 moving up here. Finally, something's happening. But is it enough here for Theodosios? Can it turn the tide around here? Can it open the gap he needs against Expense Runner? Already again, the assault was overall again awkwardly executed. Infantry and armor was not able to keep pace. And Expense Runner was able to beat the different pieces of it, well, easily and piecemeal. So, need to reorganize, need to push back. And of course, I guess somehow survive until the Tiger tank arrives. But again, the question is going to be, will a Tiger tank be sufficient? Will it be able to save Theodosios? Chief Headful moving up there, coming in nearby. Need to deal with that with the Stooge, I think. Good hit there, Pack Crude. Chief Headful completely kills one of the gunners. Stooge there, close to Mechanized one. Trying to get the Pack 40 out of there, and looks like might be able to pull that off. Punch there moving up as well in the conscripts. Stooge gets a good hit there. Chief Headful down to half health. Soldiers being southwards right into the conscripts. Forcing a retreat there. Stooge being fixed up. Partisan tank and hunter sitting northwards. Getting ever closer to that Tiger tank, but he's still some time away. He is still some time away. We're talking roughly a minute and a half here for Theodosios. A minute and a half. Meanwhile, Expense Runner's building up a massive resource hub. Like, he's more or less a full pop cap, so he can't really do anything with resource. But also means once the Tiger tank gets through, even then, that does a lot of damage. He needs to replace the loss and just push back against Theodosios. So Theodosios is really in for a rough time here. And again, he's just had so much time to prepare. It's going to be really difficult just Theodosios, like, easily manage to light breakthrough against his opponent. Like, he's going to have to hit hard, and he's going to have to hit, like, very, very solidly. Going to say northwards against the Partisan tank hunters there. Partisan is the advancing Partisans, getting some damage, getting some kills in. Very good there. Grenade off. Dodges that professionally, but there you go. Hanscos nonetheless took a lot of damage from that grenade. Less than a minute now for the Tiger tank here for Theodosios. 109 versus 81. Expense Runner's almost managed to catch up to Theodosios in terms of victory points. Artillery badge called in here on the machine gun. Again, another slightly headless assault here. Lost the Pioneer squad. And it's the one with the minesweepers at that. Almost got the maximum here, though. Pretty great there. Does get away. And again, another ill-executed assault here. Fill up a Theodosios. And already here, Expense Runner is just charging the troops to plug the gap here that Theodosios made. And he just doesn't do anything to, like, keep it open. He's still waiting for that target tank. He's got the fuel now. Just needs the manpower pack. Gets good in the H-5. Gonna using a bike. Good hit on the T-34-76. Duke getting veterans 1. Pantavas there. H-5 down to half. The T-35 down to less than half. We got the Partisans and the Consul going for the Duke. And the Duke goes down. Gets the H-5 target tank out. It's gonna be a close one here. Soldiers dealing with all the advancing troops. A grenade assault at the right place. Out. Ends up with a retreat there. Grenades being forwards. Panzer is advancing. With the H-5 though, we've got no one already on the way. He can easily replace these losses, of course. So again, like, just Theodosios really just needs to, like, punch very hard and above his level now. Like, he needs to, like, easily just keep just destroying much larger than he loses now. Otherwise, he just gets ground up by Expense Runner very easily. Grab the center victory point there. Target tank advancing. Need to be careful, of course, about it. If he hits a mine with that, now that's going to be toast very rapidly. Abandoning the south as well. We can see the Expense Runner basically rather than trying to form up a defensive profile like can't win, he's basically backing off. There you go, push the target tank too far out, getting hit up with the anti-tank. Partisans already. Panther 6 flying at the target tank. Shoots and misses. Issue fire almost done. Need to fix up the target tank there, I feel like. Still, he's got a bit of priority again, but needs to defend the north as well. Another Issue 5 ready there for Expensive Runner. What will Theodosios go for next? Who knows? But getting some machine guns would, I think, be a very great idea. And there you go. Partisans, they could pop a grenade here at the Panzer gun of the ears. That's exactly what he do. Almost wiping out the entire Panzer Grenadier squad. Looks going to line up assault here in the center. Issue 5 though. Charging in. There you go. Going to use this maximum range line so to easily start with the target tank. Very good work there. Easily doing a bunch of damage to it. Engineers and T-Fed fighting for the south. Pin machine almost on the target tank. Heading for the north over the conscripts and the Partisans. Very good there. Exposing Theodosios' lack of forces by hitting the north side as well. And far south, Grenadiers hold up by the T-34-76. Target tank being steadily fixed up. The soldiers move through the center. Back here, reinforcement healing. He's going to need to get back the north as well. Overall situation for Theodosios remains precarious. And of course, mines galore going down here in the south of Expensive Runner. Very good there for him. We got 83 versus 67. Theodosios still has the victory point lead, but it's so much more narrow now than it used to be. So much more narrow. Soldier was the Partisan tank hunters. That should be an easy win there for them. 27 kills. Target tank northwards. Shoots the Partisans. Slight hit, but nothing critical. And now they're going through the center of the Grenadier squad all being suppressed. The Grenadiers and Pioneers have to help counter this, but with the machine gun backing up, it's much harder for Theodosios to form up a coherent defense that actually works against Expensive Runner. North here, finally continues to backed up with the conscript for there. Go target tank getting flanked with the HT5. Guts over there by Expensive Runner. Cover being slowly shouted out there. Panzer coming up here. Pushing back the conscripts and the Partisans, but the target tank is being forced back here, and the centre now being lost to the Red Army once more. We got 64 versus 67. Expense Runner is now in the lead over Theodosios. Looks like this will be a close finish to some degree. Though Expense Runner still has just a notable resource amp slowly building up here. H5 now with the target tank. Targeting shoots hits. The pack 4 mobs get a good hit there down to half health already. Might be able to take it out. Needs to be careful not to extend. Ooh, misses. Almost got the H5. Now we got more troops bringing to the power to destroy the target tank. There go damage engine. Got it. Mark vehicle off. Gonna use Pioneers moving up. Here gonna use Pin Squad pinned down. Could be the loss of the target tank here for Theodosios. It's gonna need to bring in some support here fast. Again, the infantry is nowhere near to be seen there. Go Panzers finally arriving. Need to deal with the Partisan tank hunters. Pack cleared out by the T-Fed forming up the flank. Good work there. Pioneers being suppressed. Panzers doing what they can. Target tank less than half health. 3 kills. Close to one. Bun grenade off. Partisan tank hunters being murdered by the Panzer grenades. Partisan's regular one being blasted by the target tank as well. Stuggy out here. Panzers suppressed. Need to keep pulling back the target tank. Need to pull it back. You can't lose it, Theodosios. Can't lose it. You can't afford to. Not after all the time and resources went into that. Close veterans won, but the question is, was the target tank really worth it here for Theodosios? Almost got the Partisan tank squad, but the Partisan tank hunter squad. Almost got them. Almost. Dead, but needs to keep pulling back the target tank. Stuggy rushing ahead here. Keep moving the Stuggy, target tank back. Theodosios. H found the way with the Expense Runner. Bad needs more troops, Bad needs more Pioneers, and Bad needs to fix up the target tank. Also need to grab that Panzer to knock to the opponent, just in case. More Pioneers in the way to pull back the target tank, Theodosios. Oh my god. Machine being bound here by the Stuggy. H5 out. Panzer moving ahead, Panzer not picked up. He's bring up here on the 5 from the Stuggy though. Decent hit there. Not amazing, but better than nothing. Panzer squad needs to retreat. Partisan tank hunters moving up. The target tank is really within range of their reach. Again, he should have pulled it back. And he blew apart his own Panzer Grenadiers. Oh god. Im Himmel. Target tank down as well. Again, if he pulled that target tank back, he wouldn't have lost the Panzer squad. He wouldn't have lost the target tank either. Theodosios, of course, was forced to make a lot of unfortunate calls. The situation is just so bad for him, but even then, I think that one's a bit much. Pioneers with a Patriotic now. Pack crewed here. What will Theodosios go for next? Another Stuggy. Oswin Panzer 4, who knows? He's got the victory points. Down to 24 with his opponent, 66. Another Stuggy out here. Another T-34 Expense Runner. Expense Runner still has a significant force, but at least now he's suffered some casualties. But the situation again remains desperate beyond measure here for Theodosios and the German army. The Panzergruppe von Strachwitz is being bled dry. Troops saying northwards there. We got Pioneers coming up to defend that. Possibly expecting that. Also Stuggy could be something to do with that, I suppose. Back here, reinforcement healing for Theodosios. There we go. Flame for Pioneers for the Panzer, which needs Stuggy also supporting. Driving them up north here. Machine gun supporting with more Partisans moving in the stream of Partisans, including several tank hunter Partisans. We got 24 versus 54. Southern point being defense well. We got the Pioneer squad being able to easily dealt with by the machine gun and the Partisans. Expansion Run is in a strong position here. And Theodosios is just as thinly spread out to really affect anything at this point. 24 versus 50. Stuggy moves southwards, opening up the Partisan there behind the hedge. In the centre, Assault move through here. We got one Grenadier squad, Assault Gunners plus Pack 40 defending that. North side is completely engulfed here by the Red Army. A tide of socialism. Stuggy's bombarding here, clearing up mines, but they need in the centre, I think. Concentrating on the church. Antifies and Pack Fire there, almost got the H5 Stuggy charging in from the south here. Looking to clear up what's in the south, pretty risky there. Do you see the logic of it? North is completely just so at this point. Looking to catch unity and clean up the Stuggys. Got a kill there. We got 5 and 2 kills. Assault rushing southwards. We've got 9 points left for Theodosios versus Expense Runners 50. More bombardment. Kills a Partisan there. 7 points left. 6 points left. Partisans there being routed. Almost got a wipe there. Almost got a wipe. Mindset off. Can he get a wipe here? Yes, but he's still in a really awful position. T-54 rushing for the centre. Just that one. Pack 40 in theory. The Stoogies to deal with that being repaired. He's on the big point almost ceased. T-54 charging in. Pack 40 opening up there. Anti-tank Panzers going off as well there. Good hit. But Panzerfaust was a bit too early there. A bit too quick. And we got more Partisan tank gunners out there for expensive runner. Pioneers going straight towards the centre there. Everything's now converging. Stoogies moving up as well there. H5 turns around to deal with him. If he can shoot down the H5, not a chance there. Stoogies begin to bombard the H5 there, but they all shoot too high. Oh dear. Oh, one actually landed here. We got Markfield on one of the Stoogies. Betsy, two, but there you go. Panzer going off. Main gun out in the H5. One Stoogie blows up. T-54 barely operable. H5 knocked out by the Stoogs. Second Stoog goes down. Mechanized Assault group of Theodosios in the flare throws everything he's got left at expensive runner. He's got 1 point left. One measly victory point versus the 45th of his opponent. Can he survive? Can he win this? Can he somehow snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? The very big, ugly, unclean jaws of defeat. Mechanized Assault group charging in, Panzer not get wiped out. Charging in there, half tech already down. Machine gun suppressing the Panzer Grenadiers. They're going to get pinned down, I think. And there you go. GG, game over. A loss here for Theodosios and the German army of expensive runner and his Partisan assault gun strategy. An interesting strategy here by far here by expensive runner. Theodosios also had some good moments, but in the end, I feel like Theodosios was ultimately undone by some of his very awkward attacks. He tended to attack piecemeal rather than make good coordinated assaults, which ended up costing him more than he gained a lot of the time. Had, for example, that assault with the Stug and the Osman been a bit extra in the centre, I think he'd actually had a much better chance of winning this, but instead, he just fed his opponent a lot of units for free. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I've learned something from it. If you did subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial LinkedIn. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.